What's up, guys? I've been playing a lot of fun tournaments lately and having fun as a result, so I figured I would spread the fun by bringing the fun to you. So this is for the first round of the playoffs, 16-player playoffs for Major League Ruins of Alph. Fun tournament. So we're going to start with some advance. He waited for me very kindly. All right, so I'm using some physical offense. So I would like to... All right, I have everything. All right, so my Melodic is annoying because it blanks Mence, but if it's non-Ice Beam, then I can sweep past it late game. I'll probably bait it. The main thing that's annoying is that my Swampert is Endeavor, and it totally blanks Tyranitar. Luckily, most of my Melodic these days are Refresh alongside a Mag Trio team. So that helps a lot because it means it's not going to Hypnosis my Snorlax, which is a move I definitely need to make. And I would also like to mention that most Mag Trio teams go so all in on the trapping of common Pokemon like T-Tar and Skarm and Metagross and Celebi and whatever that they end up being pretty weak to Snorlax. So please go for a Toxic. That would be ideal. Hey, bingo! Because I don't want to take damage. With Surf. You know, it adds up in Sand very quickly, and every percentage could be crucial, especially when these teams so often resort to using Dugtrio to pick Snorlax off. Anyway, this is a very, very free Body Slam. Just damage, scout out that check. My Melodic is not really used on... I mean, see, look at that. That's not a good check at all. So, I think very much so that this is going to be a Mag Trio team. Probably Claydol. My instinct is going to say not the Triple Trap Mag Trio Claydol team, as in Mag Trio, Pursuit Tar, Claydol, and then Mono Snorlax with Rest and Sleep Talk. And I'm going to say that because Tyranitar is a much better initial Snorlax switch than is Snorlax of your own. Because, I mean, so what this tells me is this is a very, very valuable Snorlax, and I don't want to waste it at all. Now, I also don't want to... So I don't see a lot of use for Tyranitar, but it'd be an awful shame to just get it Focus Punch down. That said, I am thinking about Focus Punch when I really shouldn't, because it's going to be a trap team. So, you know, Focus Punch Snorlax does not go on teams with Melodic, because Focus Punch lacks as a cornerstone of physical and mixed offense, and Melodic is really defense or trap. So with this is an informed decision. I'm not just risking Focus Punch here. Plus, I mean, he's on the back foot here. That would be a ballsy prediction to make even if you were Focus Punch, but he's not. So he's just going to Body Slam, and my T-Tar item is Black Glasses, so ideally he runs away because he thinks that I'm Choice Band, and he doesn't want to go right to Dugtrio. That's risky. So he's just going to go to my Melodic because he can recover and para. So I'm going to get some chip on him and, yeah, with my Black Glasses Pursuit. Nice. Wow, that's really bulky. So I don't think... I do make it a habit to consult the damage calc, and I have to copy-paste my R's because my keyboard is broken. So special Snorlax, we'll just put in the... EVing Curselax is the most impossible thing in the universe. You can never really know what Snorlax's EVs are, but generally you can have an approximation. So for full-powered Pursuit, then you use Crunch. So yeah, that's pretty bulky. Because the standard Mix lacks, so let's just say Mixed Attacker. I don't think the EVs on that are too great, but... Well, I guess feasibly, but I don't think it's likely at all. Alright, so... my valuable Pokemon. T-Tar is only to chase out Snorlax one more time. I think he... Well, you know, just Surf is the straight-ahead play here, because even if he had a good if he had a good switch into Snorlax that could double in on it, it's probably the same thing that could come into Snorlax in the first place, like Metagross or T-Tar. So, with that in mind, T-Tar's not that useful. Magneton's just going to get dugged. I don't want it to switch. Well, since Magneton's not going to get dug and it's not going to be useful against anything else, I'm going to go to it now and get some preemptive use out of it. Because... Oh shit, I'm actually slower. This is my Magneton that survives HP Ground Skarm. He doesn't know that, though, thank God. Yep, I'm very aware of all my EV spreads. But yeah, the idea here is, I'm just going to get some use out of it now. I can hit Doug on the switch. Most Doug these days are just max. So I can go for HP Grass and have a very good shot at KOing it, actually. And it will also hit a Claydol because, you know, Lax doesn't want to switch in. If Lax switches in, see, presto. And it died. That's awesome. Yeah, HP fires the standard on Lax. That was not his fault at all. And HP Grass is not that common because HP Fire is pretty important for Fortress, but on this team I decided, and a lot of other players who have used sorry, I just want to correct him. Yeah, so he shouldn't be beating himself up about that play. But yeah, HP Grass is good because on this team, and with most physical offense, you need constant Swampert pressure. I'm going to die here. But at least I get a... I'll leave it. But yeah, so I'm going to... Well, Doug is gone, and that's amazing for like everything, as you can see. You know, since it outruns Swampert at +1. So I can go to Mence, or I can go to Lax. Well, Mence, because Mence forces in Milotic, and then Snorlax comes in, but then he still has the Magnesac. So I'm gonna say, you know what? When it's your biggest threat, I mean, I still have to be careful with it, but Doug being down is so good because that's usually how these trap teams end up dancing around Lax. It's you know, be scared of it, but then finish it off once it gets worn down in sand. So that's a risky play. Luckily, I still have meta, and if he blows it... Oh, that's a nice move. Oh, man. This is a tough turn. Because if I blow up the Milotic, I'm almost surely going to just win. That was a nice move on his end, anticipating the tar like that. That means Snorlax is really threatening now. I mean, if I blow up the Milotic, then I'm looking really good. That's a reasonable guess. I'm also guessing last is something like Claydol. And then I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but Claydol and then like Celebi or something. So Swampert is definitely not looking fantastic in this matchup, unless that last isn't a Celebi, but that's what most of them are. And I suppose bulky Jirachi could be valuable too. But basically, I'm not forced to blow up meta yet. Even though if there was ever a turn, he's probably just going to go with a Surf, then it's this one. But yeah, I can't really be too careful here. Considering how volatile, or how potentially exposed to... Alright, he does have Ice Beam. Oh, mother fudger. Yeah, that's really not good. Oh, that sucks so much. Well, the Claydol, I think, is a problem because it stops DD Mence, too. Oh, alright, that is a Celebi. Alright, at least that gives me some time to... Well, first of all, I can chip it with Pursuit. I'm gonna just try and... Oh, it's Sub-Pass. Okay. Oh, that's really not good. Oh, that's so bad. Fudge. No, I guess you can be too careful. But yeah, my team being so offensive needs to be very careful in scenarios like this, where there's a Pokemon in the back yet to be revealed. Because if you just trade down blindly without thinking about it, oh, well, I shouldn't have sacked something, and yet I did, and then I lose to his last Pokemon. You know, so now he's gonna sub-stall me. Oh, man, I'm not liking that. The Ice Beam Milotic... Who's running Ice Beam Milotic anymore, you know? Well, at least it's Sub-Seed, so... At least I'm getting lucky with these. At least he's letting me, you know, he's risking it. Attaboy, T-Tar. What a trooper. Well, that helps a lot. Oh, he doesn't chance recover. Surely he doesn't chance. Alright, time to think. Because if he recovers and I pursue, I look like a dumbass. But I guess he's... You know, if he just goes to Milotic, I'm not gonna... Well, I do have a ton of bulk. I don't think it's enough for my Milotic, though. My Salaman's bulk is more for for Swampert. So I have 140. Yeah, see, that's too much. I can't bank on living that in sand. Since I'm a max attack DD Meds kind of guy. So do I take advantage of the fact that it's so worn down? I mean, maybe. That freeze bites. I mean, good on him for going for it. Alright, what would be worse? Is it worse for Celebi to recover, or is it worse for Milotic to come in? I mean, they both are kind of whatever, so I am just going to Pursuit. No, that was a little hasty. Right, because, I mean, if he... Recover at least gives him the option of both being wrong, of being, you know, of predicting right, but actually he has to... No, he doesn't, because then he subs again. He doesn't have to predict twice, because I live one more Leaf Seed. But if I crunch, I guarantee the Celebi stays at low health, and I can still fodder it. Yes. Motherfucker! Oh, that's... dicks. That blows major league chunks. Alright. Oh, it's not even a... Huh. Okay, so it's defensive. Alright, well... Huh. So I assumed it would be a Claydol, but I guess not. Alright, that's cool. No, it's not. He's got a ton of overlapping coverage on me. Luckily... Oh, that's really nice, actually. I was gonna say, this Zapdos isn't gonna... I can dish out some Ice Beams of my own. I can mess with him with Sub and Endeavor. I mean, it's blanked by Milotic, but... Celebi is not going to enjoy taking the max special attack Ice Beams. Alright. Yeah, because I don't have a good switch at this point, so that was a smart move from him, but... Whew. Alright. Is he going to have the awareness to recover stall my endeavors? Alright, I'll take it. Since most of these Zapdos are Rain Dance toxic, so it's just completely blanked. So I'm just going to go for it. Yep, that's Spadef as hell. Alright, Roar. I'll take it. And I have Rock Slide on this Metagross. For those of you who watch my Moltres video, then it's because of this thing. Or, well, that thing, rather. But it also will come in handy here, especially since I am not afraid of his... I mean, I could not just chance it at all and go back to Swampert. Oh, I guess he could Toxic. I mean, on that team, Zapdos is supposed to be Rain Dance. I have no idea what Roar is doing there. So, yeah, Rock Slide is not going to be a KO. Well, with Sand it might. Well, luckily Metagross's health is fairly expendable at this point, so if I can take it out and get something for it, that would be amazing. Alright, I'm still at a mag range, but I would prefer to not lose meta for free, so I'm gonna... Good. Oh, nice move by him. But now I can start firing off Endeavors. Oh, it's Sleep Talk. Roar, what? Oh, that must be an old copy-paste. So, oh, come on. Alright, well, back to Swampert. And, now I'm gonna... Now he's afraid to switch into Well, I'm gonna make him afraid to switch into Celebi. Cool. Yeah, he's... And Milotic doesn't want to switch in for fear of Endeavor, of course. So... Yeah, he's not going to win this stall war. I mean, he's draining a bunch of my PP, which is obnoxious as hell, but... speaking of obnoxious as hell... Alright, well, I don't really have much choice but to... there was a mistake there somewhere, I know. Oh, come the fuck on. Alright. Well, luckily he's not posing an immediate threat. I'm not going to let him stall me the hell out entirely. But I'm also going to try to not boom on Celebi if I can help it. But it's good to know that, oh, is he going to sub with Magneton? That's a very interesting tactic, actually. Asta he uses it on a team of his I'm very fond of, and it's, you know, that kind of creativity that really lends itself, you know, beauty of advance and all that. Good move, but I'm gonna get out of that one. So, luckily, it was a good idea. He just got free health on Zapdos and free that, but luckily now he's in a pickle because he can't really switch into my Hydro Pump, and my Milotic is gonna get endeavored on the switch. Thing is, well, if I endeavor it down to 86, he can still heal it down, or heal it up rather, since I'm not going to be KOing it. So 86, yeah, Hydro is not bringing it down, so I'm going to go with Hydro, and then I'm going to have to force something. So at least Lax is out of the way, so that's one less thing to worry about. Whew, what a tight one this is turning out to be, rather. Alright, so the game with Swampert versus Milotic is, well, obviously gets stalled out like hell. The problem is that he's faster than Metagross, and Milotic's gonna 2-hit KO because Milotic's special attack stat is way too high. But I've got this much bulk on Meta, and it's at 246. So, with lefties, I don't want to switch into that Surf. I also, well, I am faster, so he can't. I wouldn't want him to Toxic me. The problem is, if I sub on Surf and then he recover spams. So luckily, he's not 2-hit KOing me on the switch, and I can still go for those 20% thaws with Snorlax. I mean, I don't want to sack Mence, since its HP is not inconsequential. So the problem is if I just, I don't want to go for freeze if I don't have to. Problem is if I mistime my boom on Metagross, then we're in the exact situation, except I have one less explosion to threaten him with. So, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so since I wanted to... Oh, I should have fixed the dimensions a little bit before recording. Let's see. So, Endeavor on... because I can sub, and then he has to recover every time. Alright, I'm going to sub, and now he has to recover, or else he just straight up loses. So I'm going to... I don't care about the Salic. Not really. I care about the being at 1 HP, forcing him to recover. Meaning, if I can force the Milotic out... then and get Swampert in on something else, then I can threaten the KO. The problem lies in forcing the Milotic out and getting Swampert in, because right now I'm not really forcing the Milotic out without, you know, explosion. And if I explode on the wrong thing, it's bad. Oh man, it'd be so nice to have Snorlax right now. I mean, I still might. But he's reading the situation correctly. Alright, so I want to put him potentially into range for, well, you know, Mence against Milo is just begging to be bad, but I guess if he goes to Zapdos, you know, I want to do as much damage to him as possible, so that if I can get the +1 with Mence, then I can potentially flinch through it and win. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide. Nope. Alright. A little eager there. No way he can't just let Milo go. So what I want to do is... do I go to Mence? I'm gonna go to Mence as he goes to... yes. Perfect. Alright. Well, not perfect. It's still a bad situation. But I got that one right at least, so I'm still in it. So, Earthquake, Milo, 80. 80 minus 20. Well, we'll call it 80. 80 minus 20, 60. And then what is it, 26 minimum? 26. 80 minus, so 60 minus 6, so he'll be at 56, call it 55 minimum. Then Rock Slide does, you know, shit, call it 20. So he'll be still out of range. I'll need multiple flinches. And the reason I say that instead of going for... Oh, that was a tough move to make. Yeah, the reason I say that instead of going for the... You know what? Maybe I go to Milotic, I force Recover or Ice Beam, I don't care which, and I try to go to Snorlax and Thaw Out. So I'm going to do that. Yes. Alright, really, in my videos I often talk about playing to the situation rather than getting caught up in the other guy's prediction, and this is an example of what I try to talk about. So that's good. That's really good that I got that one for free, pretty much. Here's the question. So Ice Beam is gonna kill me, pretty much. I can't go to Pert, I can't go to Meta. I mean, I might have to sack Pert, because at this point, I mean, I have one less Pokemon to deal with in terms of a boom prediction. So if Lax can thaw out, then, you know, it's game over, because I just boomed twice. So maybe what I have to do is, you know, fish for a freeze with Pert. I think that's, well, you know, I need multiple Rock Slide flinches, so I think that might statistically be better. But my idea here is sack one of Menson Pert, and then go to Metagross and blow up, and, sorry, and then try to thaw out with Lax. I think I have 120 special defense. That would seem accurate, yes. So Surf from 296 HP. What? Oh, okay. Well, from 296, I'll just do it anyway. That was strange, but yeah, we're gonna take Force Breath out. So I would have had to thaw, and I had a decent chance, I guess. Alright, so that took a turn, so who knows how that would have gone. If Lax thaws, I'd win pretty much. So, yeah, on to game 2. Alright, well, there was a winnable position from there. It's... Yeah, meta being crit would be doom, so... Alright, thanks for sticking with me so far, and GSC is next. Alright, hopefully the dimensions look a little better this time around. They're not ideal. What the hell? This should work. Here we go! I'm using a fun team with Sub-Growth, Baton Pass, Vaporeon, and Jinx. Other than that, it's just, you know, offense. So, why did I open Discord? No, I was checking on some tiering stuff. Alright. Coolio. So, Curse versus Zapdos is standard because it punishes it for thundering, whereas if you just double edge, then you're losing health, and Zapdos can rest it off, and you can potentially not have a lot done, whereas against standard offense, then you immediately pose a big threat because Curse, Earthquake, Lax is a nightmare for most offense if it gets going, and against Zapdos is pretty much the best opportunity you get, which is still not a great opportunity. I mean, Zapdos often stays in and wails on Snorlax just because it's so strong, but it helps because, you know, Thunder can also miss, of course. Alright, so, yeah, Curse and then see what Zapdos does, and you respond to... yeah, who knows what happened last game. But that's for someone else to decide at this point. Past is the past and all that. Man, if only I blew up that. In fairness, you know, that Zapdos set, how was I supposed to check for that? Yeah, because under the assumption Claydol going down, well, I guess Snorlax would have been protected, and that's the really important part. Yeah, so that's not a good switch. The only way Gengar is beating me is if it Destiny Bonds me, which I guess no, I would mind. Hypnosis is not a good check. Gengar is never like the primary lax answer on turn 1. Well, my instinct is to curse because I might pretend like I'm monolax, and I will also protect myself against booms. Whoa, I've never seen that before. If it's Toxic Protect Gengar, that's kind of awesome. Anyway, I'm now a threat to everything, whether it knows what's coming or not. So I feel like I want to Earthquake here. I can't imagine a set that would run Protect and Debond. You know, Toxic Gengar, fine. It owns Umbreon, and Protect helps it against T-Tar and Snorlax, and even Raikou. But I can't really say I think the same. So, you know, if Snorlax, now with the second curse, I'm guarded against opposing explosions. So, you know, fine. All right, and if Zapdos wants to come in, that's fine too. So, for the sake of demonstration, Zapdos versus Lax, and we'll have +1 double edge. We see the handy dandy recoil, and so this is not doing that much, and I'm threatening him with death. So I feel the prudent course of action is not to curse. Well, curse again is a pretty likely KO. So if I were to do the math, I want to say that it would probably be better. It's also better in the long run. So, oh boy, okay. Well, now I've got a +3 lax, and he's not. Well, I didn't get much for that. However, it's not Perish. Well, okay, no, I'm very stupid. It should be Perish Song if it's Protect. Yeah, so at least I got Gengar out of the way. So, yeah, that works. That was interesting. All right, Vaporeon is not really. Well, here's the cool thing. I have some leeway against most VAP sets, and the only VAP that is setting up against me without instantly dying, as you will see from this calc, is Acid Armor or Sub. And I want to scout out both sets. I mean, Para would be lame, but with Snorlax this strong, then I want to see if I can get some use out of it. It's very likely. And if he's Acid Armor, then he's not a threat, really, because Zapdos can come in immediately and threaten it, and he'll still take a giant chunk. I mean, look, that's still a ton. So I'm going to... Yep. All right. Attaboy, Snorlax. Now, I don't want to mess around too much with Para, because, you know, this is still a ton of damage, but I feel I'm better off getting him now, because he can rest afterwards. And I mean, resting... Actually, well, I don't want to mess with full Para, but it's a question of if I want to force the Vappy to rest now, or if so I can spike on it safely with Cloyster, or if I just want to keep it at 50. So my instinct is to double edge, because I would rather... Oh, it's going to rest immediately. Okay. So I think that's good overall. Well, I'm not going to stay in here, obviously, and I'm pretty sure he knows that. So Cloyster is a fairly greedy switch because, well, I mean, even if he does go to Zapdos, I'll just go back to... Well, I mean, I don't want to give him the Spikes advantage, but I'm also not going to... He can go to his own Lax, too. So I'm going to play it safe and go Cloy. Cool. Yeah, Zapdos there was not an unreasonable move, but, you know, I guess it wasn't really the most obvious idea ever. He's got 2 electrics, so I'm glad I got it when I could. Luckily, I don't have to throw Lax into this Thunder, thanks to this. And I have Dragon Breath Raikou, because it's... Well, he didn't go to Zapdos like I expected. And is he facing death? Yeah, I have a good chance to KO him from 33. Then EQ, I got a nice crit with Dragon Breath. But... Oh, versus +4. That's Explosion. Whoops, I was looking at the Explosion calc. Okay, it's not a great chance. But I'll go for it because... Well, no, that's foolish. I'm going to go to this now. I don't know, I guess I got a decent matchup here. I mean, it's not a bad matchup. But yeah, so with that, then I forced... Vap would not be able to come in again rather than forcing the rest. So I wanted to take some initiative, force Para on his Raikou, which would make my Vaporeon awesome. And Jinx as well. So Steelix definitely... Because if I blow up on this Zapdos, that's amazing. I feel like the fact he used it to switch in... I mean, I have a lot of time to go for a Para. Or not a lot of time, but I have some opportunity here. So, yeah, now's the turn I boom. Because... Nope, he got me. He got me real good there. Talk about a wasted... That was an example of hasty play really biting you. But, luckily, Lax is still in decent shape, so... Definitely not ideal, though. Now, I don't want his Cloyster getting up hazards for free. So, alright, well, I'll play a little cat and mouse with him, since he doesn't... I don't need my Zapdos for his Vaporeon anymore. And I really hope that that doesn't, bite me in the ass. I just want him to take a hit so Lax can, or, do something. Come on, Zapdos. The likelihood of it being a last Pokemon that I really need Zapdos for is low because he, I mean, in theory, at this point I'm not sure what to expect because of the immediate Gengar response. But generally on most GSC teams you need a normal resist that can phase so you're not destroyed by Sleep Talk Curselax. So, and Zapdos doesn't really handle those like it would handle, say, Machamp. So I think I'm going to get more value out of this, especially when he's got a Raikou to wall me. So I want to protect Snorlax, so if I can get a Para on him, that would be ideal. And I mean, hell, hey, if I can get the KO, then I'll take it too. But it was more about getting Lax in, since he's clearly unable to switch into it. All right, Houndoom. That's an interesting poke. That sounded like I was trying too hard to be polite. Houndoom is a great poke. It's just not what I was expecting on this team at all. Because that means either no Lax or no Spikes, and, well, it's probably going to be a Lax. So Zapdos smashes Houndoom most of the time. The problem is when Houndoom uses Sunny Day and makes Thunder 50%, and he's Miracle Berry. That's why you don't see leftovers. And Miracle Berry is Gen 2's version of Lum, and that's because Houndoom's job is to switch into Exeggutor and Jinx and destroy them. So, see, Thunder crushes it. It's more about that Sunny Fire Blast. So, definitely keeping Snorlax healthy at all costs. Wow, Vaporeon's really the only Pokemon of his that gives Cloyster any room. So, well, since the last two are Raikou and Snorlax, I'm going to be a little careful with my other guys, since Zapdos has less use. Alright, since Houndoom... Now, non-Sunny Fire Blast has a potential to KO me. I don't want to really get in a stupid rest loop. But Vaporeon's not doing too great against them either. Luckily, I still have the Boom and then the Lax. And the Jinx, although that's definitely not ideal. So, I'm just thinking in the case of Thunder Miss, Fire Blast hit. But, Thunder or Rest and then Sunny Day and, not getting an attack off. And that would be way worse, I think. So I'm just going to go for the Thunder. Booyah. Not to ride him too much, but I don't think he's really responding with the right things. So, since Houndoom was definitely a worse switch in there. Alright, now he's probably going to reveal one of my last guys. Oh, no, that's ideal. Alright, so I still have... Alright, no, I was going to say I still have Cloyster for that, but yeah, I should be okay here since Jinx... It's a non-Sleep Talk Raikou, and Jinx is still available to kick ass. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to... I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. Alright, now he needs, like, astronomical luck. Matter of fact, I'm just going to try and burn some Thunders here. Alright, yeah, I just wanted to... I'm going to make him hit 3 Thunders on me instead of 2. Or, no, he roared. That was smart of him. But, yeah, this is definitely an interesting team. I would not recommend, I guess, per se. And I guess I should have saved Cloyster with a Thunder rather than that. But, yeah, I'm just going to burn some of his here. So yeah, this one was, not really a good GSC game, I guess, because it had the potential to be really weird, weirdly interesting with the Gengar set, but I'm not sure what that team's trying to do, and I don't want to come across as patronizing or anything. It's just not a standard GSC team, and You don't need to be standard to be good, but a lot of standards are good for a reason. And, you know, if he had something like Spikes or Snorlax, then I would be in a much worse position. So, yeah, there's that. Wow, Jinx is blind as a Crobat. But it shouldn't matter unless he crits like all 4 of his last thunders. Jesus, I spoke too soon. Unless he crits, yeah, he needed to crit 2 in a row, and now he needs to crit 2 in a row, I guess. So, well, he makes the smart move, spamming Hidden Power. So, yeah, I'm gonna limit his opportunities to do that, and we should, I mean, hopefully I move on. Yeah, all right. So, game 3 coming up. Alright, here we go. This is a fun team that I like a lot. I used it in DPP Cup, and it's really strong. It's got Choice Band Pert, it's got Scarf Flygon, so you got a lot of strong EQ spam, and of course Breloom's a problem, but that's where my Sleep Talk Choice Bag Zapdos comes in. Not the most ideal Pokemon to handle Breloom in a vacuum, but I figured it would be okay because I've also got a Metagross as backup, and that Metagross is Trick Iron Ball, and that is how I don't get rammed by Bronzong and Skarmory. So, not to mention Swampert can give them trouble if on the switch, but it's more about making them unable to switch into Earthquake. So, that's the idea. Metagross is also Spit F, which is something I really like because it's just dumps on Gengar. It's not afraid of Starmie. Tricking Iron Ball on Starmie is also awesome. You just completely make it useless. Alright, so Uxie lead. Yeah, and I have HP Grass on Zapdos because I was paranoid of other Pert, but it really should be flying. So Uxie lead is generally para-centric these days. I don't want to just Waterfall twice as he gets rocks and goes to Breloom. That would not be ideal. So I want to match his rocks with rocks of my own, and in case he was tricked, then that would have been fine because I can trick back and stuff. But yeah, I definitely wanted to, alright, if he's going to yawn, then I'm not going to really avoid that. But that makes me think there's no Breloom, because yawn, Uxie, and Breloom, I mean, come on. So I'm going to give him a bit of momentum here as he U-turns on me, so that was a good call on his end. But luckily that means Breloom is unlikely. So that also means I can be a lot more free with my Banded Swampert. So Yawn Uxie, I mean, generally this is going to be a Choice Band Tyranitar, or, you know, usually because it spreads para, but it's not a para thing. So I'm thinking, you know, what can it be? I'm not threatened by it. It's more a question of, do I want to, you know, well, I guess Swampert doesn't really want to take Waterfall. I'm a shiny man. I use shiny Pokemon whenever I can. Anyway, now that the lyrics to my #1 single are out there, then I'm questioning the defensive utility of Zapdos since I went to it because I didn't want anything else slept. Although Flygon in retrospect was better. That was hasty of me, and now I'm paying the price because now something like Lucario might get worse. Luckily, I still have Starmie as backup. And Lucario is definitely feasible, so that was a mistake on my end. A bit hasty. Or a lot hasty. But yeah, the thing is, with Zapdos' utility already low, I think I want to just, rather than feebly U-turn out and get trapped, or take a lot of damage on Swampert, then I think I want to maximize the use of my Zapdos and just hit him with the Specs Thunderbolt, which will also help Starmie later, and it will minimize the damage Swampert is taking. And I rely on Swampert a lot defensively for things like Scarf Flygon, so... Alright, so he is Scarf Zapdos, or, sorry, Tar. Didn't expect that, but now I get to throw out CB Waterfalls. So, Cresselia, uh-oh, is this some trap shit? I'm not liking that. No, sir. So, I mean, what, is this going to have Grass Knot? I can't imagine it would. Crest generally does not, well, let me check the EVs on that thing. Crest generally will not run Grass Knot on these trap teams because Dugtrio is handling T-Tar and Waters are not supposed to be an obstacle. I guess, you know, he saw Swampert, he threw a wall at it, which is not unreasonable, especially if I was like a lefty's offensive Pert, then it's a totally fine move. But yeah, he's definitely bold with lots of defense, so I'm going to be faster, and even a Grass Knot is not going to kill me, I don't think. because Cress is weak. Yeah, it's doing nothing. It's putting me to Torrent. I gotta say, I'm kind of wondering about this team, so I'm gonna say, you know what, my plan is gonna be clean up with Flygon and, you know, reserve this, but I also, you know, hesitate. Alright, and I mean, if he's just gonna be like a mono Crest, then that's fine, but I'm also kind of wary of Doug now. You know, if he's Scarf Tar, it means he probably really wants to maximize his potential. Well, I'm Shuka, so yeah, that does give me some security. Unfortunately, I don't have Pursuit on this, otherwise I totally would. But yeah, I think with Scarf Tar, he's trying to maximize his trapping, so I could definitely see a Magnezone or a Doug here. Oh man, my IVs are messed up. That's supposed to be a 363 attack stat. Aw, I should have 31 attack, 30 HP grass. I must have messed up something. But let's see. I want to hit Doug Trio with my crippled T-Tar, so let's see. I'm going to go down to, is it 104? Or, you know, 100 more accurately. So, versus Dougie, it's, you know, once we take out those UU defense EVs, it's still going to kill. Earthquake is probably going to KO with rocks. With rocks, it's 75. That's not bad. And then I take him out of the match, so that helps. The reason I'd consider Earthquake is because I want to hit T-Tar or Magnezone on the switch. So, that is an interesting switch. Alright, there's got to be a Doug there. Alright, unfortunately I don't have great counters to this. I mean, because Leaf Storm is what I'm afraid of. Let's see if I can suss out something from that. Earthquake damage. Earthquake doing 11%. So he's definitely a... Ooh, that's a invested Celebi at that. Wow, that's a really invested Celebi. That's got to be bold. Alright, suddenly I feel a lot better about going for the subsequent crunch. Well, no, I don't, because it's not faster. You know, what I do feel better about is going to Flygon, even though it's not a great counter. You know, it doesn't mind Grass Knot. It forces U-turn, so the question is, do I not just want to go to Metagross? You know, steal something's leftovers. Man. That's not a switch. Yeah, because Grass Knot is going to mess with me, and I want to keep this T-Tar around, so I'm going to go to Flygon, because Flygon's health is generally not the most crucial thing in the universe. And he also... No, he's going to Grass Knot or Leaf Storm, or... Bolt Celebi does not run Leaf Storm, so U-turn, that's fine. That's totally fine. I realize now I'm probably highlighting everything in the battle. I'm going to make a conscious effort to stop now. I'm very sorry. Yes. Yeah, so now, I mean, Uxie, you know, I don't really care because Metagross is bulky as hell. Yep, alright. I mean, I don't love it, but I can also... Well, Starmie's not really useful. Also, he had Celebi, and that was not his Pert Switch, so I'm kind of questioning the use for that. So I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place, and... Oh, man, that's not good. Because if Dougie comes in, I can't live that. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, looks like I can. I underestimate Metagross. Oh, no, I'm thinking Adamant Doug Trio. Right, okay. I don't know why I was thinking Adamant Doug Trio, but I forgot. Yeah, that was... So now Doug is no longer an issue. I don't think I outspeeded after Iron Ball? I forget what... I think I outspeed Starmie after Iron Ball. Luckily, it unfortunately doesn't matter, but yeah, everything else should outspeed him just fine, so that's great. So I'm gonna... Look, unfortunately, that Celebi is actually really, really obnoxious. It was a good move on his end. So I'm gonna go to this sucker, and I'm going to... No, this... Well, that's expendable, but... Alright, you know what? I'm going to this and crunching, because I am, you know, no nonsense. He's got so many Pokemon weak to it. T-Tar is a subpar switch. Now I'm going to Starmie, because, oh man, come on. Luckily, you know, I get the spin off now, so. And I can recover freely because, yeah, that's awesome. Because Cresselia just brought in T-Tar, and he went to that Celebi to defend against that. I gotta really be careful about this thing. I mean, Starmie's kind of useless. I'm just gonna... Celebi is actually a major pain in my ass. Come on. No, that is not an answer. Alright, I guess he tried to pursuit me, locked into U-turn. I think that was a bit foolish. But he gets his rocks back up. But, you know, that helps a lot. So I can go to Starmie. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. I also want to... Oh, well, HP Grass Magnezone is definitely a dick. But T-Tar's looking pretty nifty now. Alright, well, the good thing is it's not going to... Oh, shit. Okay. And that's horrible. That's so bad, because I don't even have superpower T-Tar. Luckily for me, I'm going to... Oh, okay. Well, he's going to weaken himself that way. No. Alright. My, I plan was just to Hydro Pump with Starmie after, but that was a nice move on his end. If only I had pumped to begin with. Luckily, I mean, Celebi is such a pain, Jesus. But yeah, I don't really have a better option than to go to this thing in Waterfall. So, and you know, I kind of gotta try to solo this thing with T-Tar. Luckily, Flygon has a... I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna do that much, but oh, that helped a lot. I don't know what that Psychic was for. Maybe he expected Outrage or something, but oh, well, I don't think that really matters much. And now Swampert should be able to, you know, clean shit up. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I should have EQ'd, just, you know, be on the safe side. But I don't want to lose T-Tar because I don't want to lose to Cresselia. So I'm gonna go to Flygon, and I'm going to Outrage, because Outrage will smack everything, except for the non-threatening Cresselia, and now I'm pretty sure I'm good to go. Yeah. So that's going to be the series, so thanks for watching, guys. I'm being a little premature, but I don't think it's uncalled for or too disrespectful at this point, because, you know, I don't think he possibly can win. So, yeah, he acknowledges it, and yeah, so thanks for the games, man. I enjoyed them. They were definitely unorthodox. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to bullshit. They were weird and kind of on the dumber side in GSC, but that's, you know, I can't fault someone for not having perfect knowledge of GSC. I am curious as to where that team came from, because generally, you know, beginners will just use whatever sample, and, you know, they have a fighting chance, because if you play decent, because that's a good thing about GSC. But yeah, so I'm wondering where it came from. Maybe he made it himself, so hey, I can't hate that at all. So this is the worst Tyranitar ever, and it's actually going to get stalled out by Cresselia, which is, oh my god. Alright, I'm going to stop wasting PP and start actually focusing. Alright, you know, if he wants to waste rests, then... Alright, well, he's not going to give himself a chance. But, so yeah, thanks for playing, man, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I intend to do a lot more of these, because, you know, for fun tournaments, then, you know, I can kind of have fun. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.